Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers indicate that Sheila Carter is about to become the #1 suspect in the new Il Giardino killing spree. John Finnegan will risk it all after promising Lee Finnegan he'd stay down from Sheila. Can Finn prove his birth mama's innocence? Wrong place, wrong time. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal that Sheila isn't about to let go of the stopgap of having Finn in her life. Sheila blames Steffy Forrester for Finn's resistance. Still, Sheila is about to have further problems than she can deal with. Sheila has been at Il Giardino both times when someone has turned up dead. Of course, Sheila has killed before, but she wants everyone to believe she has changed. Unfortunately, it seems that Sheila may have had an issue with bother victims, so each roads lead to Sheila as their killer. Deacon Sharp will need help to save his woman. And Finn will be right by his side. John Finnegan cannot give up on his mama still. Finn would desert Sheila and let her fend for herself, if everyone differently had their way. Still, Cleric can bring out the Sheila-loving side of Finn. Finn has formerly saved Sheila's life doubly, and he'll come to her deliverance again. Can Finn figure out who the real killer is and clear Sheila's name? It seems that someone could be setting Sheila up to take the fall, and the Bobbies are playing right into their plans. Still, Sheila isn't sloppy. Sheila doesn't leave substantiation behind. Do they suppose Sheila is getting messy these days since she hasn't been stalking anyone for a while? Could Sheila be before all of this? Another one mouthful's the dust. Sheila will Paul Hollister deceased behind the bar this week and will come a suspect incontinently since she's the one who finds him. Still, Sheila had nothing against Hollis. Was Hollis just in the wrong place at the wrong time, or was he targeted just because he has been around Sheila so long? Anyhow, the circumstances, Sheila will need saving and Finn will be her idol formerly again. What will Finn be immolating to save Sheila? Will Finn's decision be the straw that broke the camel's back when it comes to his marriage? Will this be the one thing that pushes Finn into Hope Logan's arms? It was a mega hit and miss week for Bold and Beautiful thanks to a decent twist, evidence positive that Thomas and his women are in for a heck of a lift, and some hectically repetitious dialogue. Lots to talk about, so let's dive in. Let's just get this out of the way right up frontal. The odds of Thomas Paris still being a thing a time from now are right over there with those of Quinn returning to reignite her short-lived affair with Liam. But of course, Thomas/Hope suckers want their faves together, and they want it to be right this nanosecond, despite that being the least dramatic option possible. Time's a-gone. I was talking to a big toupee at NBC about their supernatural sudser, heartstrings. Suckers were furious because long-estranged suckers Louisa and Sheridan had been pulled piecemeal by yet another cruel twist of fate, with numerous of those observers covenanting no way to watch again. I love when people swear they won't watch unless their favorite couple reunites, the superintendent said. That's a bystander who's invested and won't ever give up. Detergents are each about delayed delectation. Suckers should be careful what they wish for, because on detergents in general, and this show in particular, a happy couple is the kiss of death. Ask Wyatt and Flo, or Donna and a post-health crisis Eric. Heck, ask Brooke and Ridge, who've been reduced to talk to characters for everyone differently since their rearmost reunion. My all-time favorite primetime cleaner was Knots Landing. I was no way a huge Gary Val addict, but it was enough clear they were the Route 4 couple. Over the show's 14-season run, still, they were infrequently together. And yet every single time one walked into the room, the other couldn't help but look their way longingly or take in a sharp breath, as if to say, that is my person, indeed if only I know it. To me, that's good cleaner. Couples you want to see together who aren't actually suitable to be with one another for whatever reason. Every now and also, they've a stolen moment, which might, if they re lucky, last a while. But sooner or laterly, another problem comes up, tearing them piecemeal, formerly again. In this case, Paris is the speed bump on Thomas and Hope's road to happiness. The only real question is whether Finn will come one, too. Every single time Brooke says Hope can't have passions for Steffy's hubby, It's as if the pens are telling us that's exactly where effects are going. And as we'll explain in a moment, we now know exactly how the show will get from point A to point B. I do and suppose numerous observers were surprised by Hollis' death. Nearly a week ago, the show revealed that someone would be dying, so when Hollis constantly asked, "Gee, does it feel weird the way Tom failed?" it sounded enough clear his name would soon be etched on a headstone. What Hollis' death promises to do is amp up the formerly tense situation between Finn, Steffi, and Hope. Because Steffi, who on Friday called the police to suggest perhaps Sheila might have commodity to do with Tom's death, despite nothing suspecting its murder, will easily do the same thing now that Hollis is dead. Despite Finn's pledge to put his woman first, commodity tells us he wouldn't take well to Steffi calling his mama a killer, which she is, whether shamefaced this time or not. Hugh Finn, formerly again passing in Hope, who's dealing with Thomas and Douglas Rearmost departure, and yup, this has gone get indeed messy, eh? That said, I do understand why Thomas, Paris, and Douglas were rushed off the oil so snappily. How do you play the craving between Thomas and Hope if he's not there? And if we to be invested in indeed the idea of Paris and Thomas, we need to see further of them as a couple. So it's surely in the show's stylish interest to bring the triad back ASAP. Fun having Thomas relate to the Speedo's dad Ridge war times and times agone. I do indeed know what to make of the man formerly known as Bone Bill Spencer. I do fate this mushball who does nothing but gush about his new family while taking them again and again to a pizza common run by a man he can't stand, whose woman tried to kill Poppy's family and whoreson. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Justin Barber's arbitrary return last week could actually turn into a huge indication in the Tom Star murder riddle. But, who's Bill Spencer's former henchman working for? And, did they pay him to bane Tom at Il Giardino? Right before homeless Tom dropped dead on stage at Il Giardino, Justin Barber was spotted roving around the eatery. It's supposedly the only place to eat or drink in Los Angeles, so seeing Justin there isn't exactly shocking. But, the fact that observers haven't seen him in nearly 2 times, and he popped up at a crime scene, is clearly suspicious. Why is Justin Barber back now? Justin Barber spent over a decade doing Bill Spencer's dirty work. But, many times ago, the pious latchkey snapped and felt like his hard work wasn't appreciated at Spencer Publications. Justin tried to frame Bill Spencer for murder, and take over his company. His plan was muffed and he sneaked down from Spencer. Also he got blackmailed into working for Ridge Forrester, and Justin Barber was last known to be working as a member of the Forrester legal platoon. It's largely doubtful Justin was working on behalf of the Forresters when he was at Il Giardino. But, is he freelancing for someone differently? Perhaps Bill and Justin made up off-screen and he's poking around to dig up dirt on Bill's new baby ma. Justin Barber could have formally figured out Tom Starr's ties to Bill's new family. Was Justin following Tom for someone? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers allude Katie Logan is on a charge to prove Poppy is a fraud. Perhaps, Katie hired Bill's partner BFF behind his reverse to figure out if Luna Nozawa is really his son? Do you suppose Justin Barber is working on behalf of someone? Could he indeed be Tom's killer? Or did the Bold and Beautiful pens just throw Justin in that scene as a red herring?